Only freezing rain is worse weather than that. Man, it was, the night started out okay. It looked like you could see the clouds all around Northfield, but it looked like missed us by a little bit, and then didn't miss us at all. It was quite a storm. Not my favorite driving over the last 2 days. You know, the torrential downpour, day-long downpour at Oak Grove, it seemed like, and different, but worse, actually. Worse here at Northfield, because it rained hard, then it didn't rain, then it did rain, then it kind of drizzled all night, and it just got colder and colder to the point where I just had long johns under rubber pants that I wear as bottoms, and I was freezing by the last race. It was the last race I was in. It was a long day, a long night, and as I said, not my preferred weather. Now, when it comes to the office itself, almost a great day. I watched Collector race at 4 o'clock this afternoon. A little bumpy coming off the car again, a little bumpy in spots, but man, raced really, really well and really, really tough. And finished second to a 1-2 favorite. So a big mile from him and a good race. That gets him obviously in the final, a second and a third. So we'll see. We'll see how things play out in the final of that series in Southern Ohio. But a good showing nonetheless so far. Then we got to our track. I knew a couple hours before Jason had called me and said that insider trading was in heat real bad. Horsing bad. Not much you can do. She actually warmed up not bad. Made a break halfway down the lane, but I think it could have been attributed to a number of things. So we had changed some gear around. And when I scored her down, I thought she was much better. I thought she was in a decent spot going to the gate, but the rail is so tough. And it had just started pouring, and I mean pouring. Cold rain. So she was frustrated and annoyed. I was frustrated and annoyed. And then as we got halfway down the stretch, I really just wanted to let her trot out of there. Not fast, just get away 5th, 6th, whatever. Just get away flat. And she just, halfway down the lane, switching gears, she just lost herself. Rolled off stride. And to be fair, she was kind of flat afterwards. Like, she did kind of catch up. But at no point did she give me a feeling that she was looking to get back into the race. It was more of a, not a great day for me kind of feeling as the race went on and finished up. So not how I wanted to start the year, but we don't get to start how we want all the time. It was almost a great night. We had 2 other starters in Mounds Forall and Born to Dance. I'll talk about them. They both raced great, but insider trading, I know Joe and all my partners would be wondering, now what? So I guess the question I have is, we're obviously heading into the series at the Meadows. It poured rain. The line didn't count. And she would be able to race off a break in the Meadows, but that line did not count as theoretically an official break because it was muddy out. So it won't affect her in that regard, but it will affect me in the sense that now going into this series. Now, 2 very important things to take away from the series that's coming up. 1, it's the start of a very long stake season, and I don't really care. I just want to get her into shape and have her feeling good. 2, the biggest thing I got to think about now is, do we put the hobbles back on her? I didn't want to do this because I thought she qualified well. She was safe in the qualifier. I never felt that she'd make a break, but then again, couldn't really ask her to trot out of there. And if she's not going to be handy all year, that means she just has to be better than the rest of the horse she's in with. And I like her, but she's an in the mix type of filly. I know last year we saw her circle up fields, but those are very green young trotters. These horses are going to be a little more seasoned this year. And if you think you're just going to sit 7th and circle the field, then you're just wrong. It's not going to happen. So I am leaning towards maybe putting the hobbles back on her. That's something I'll kind of chew on over the next couple of days. Talk to Jason, talk to Tim, because she is going over to Tim. And then decide ultimately how we enter her in next week's stake race. Do we enter her? And this is the series that's coming up. It's an early closer. It's not really the end of the world. It's really just a way to put a foundation on this filly as we start into her stake season. Get her revved up in with some non-winners of 2 types, and hopefully start her stake season off on the right foot or hoof, so to speak. So a couple of takeaways from that race. Obviously disappointed with the break. I'm going to give her a pass. 1, the weather. 2, the track. 3, most importantly, she was horsing real bad. So I will give her a pass. But that means I still got to see something now on whether we come back. Today's Wednesday. I think she races next Thursday or Friday. We could train her Monday or Tuesday. We could train her up real good I think that's probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea. That's exactly what we're going to do. So, we'll see. To be determined, is she going to wear the pants this year? Or are we going to stay the course for now without the hobbles on? I think I'm going to chew on that for the next couple of days. Born to Dance, we went out and bought a dog chain for Born to Dance, and I've never had much luck with them, and the chains are exactly like a snake cord, but very similar to the chain you put on your dog. You get them from a pet store. It's just a little more severe in his mouth, and I've never had much luck with dog chains, but if there was a horse that needed one, it was him. We tried a snake cord, multiple ones, the rope one, the wire one. Then we went to that spring bit, and just really difficult to control this horse. So we went to the dog chain tonight, and first time he ever had it on was tonight. I wanted to go both trips to them. It wasn't raining at the time, so I was okay with it. And he was much more respectful. Well, you could see how he drove him, right? Kind of left out. I said, I don't want to mix it up with this horse. First start off the shelf. Now, one of our clients said, oh my God, what are they going to do if we claim him? Easy now. We tried to get him a soft race. I don't think anybody's out there hunting for condition claiming pacers in April of their 3-year-old season. It's just not something people do. So I wasn't too concerned about him being claimed. It's not the end of the world either way. But I did want to see how he'd race, right? And very, very happy with what I saw tonight. Got away comfortably, behaved, moved him, and when I moved him over and asked him to go for it, I didn't have to kick the earplugs. He just paced away from them. So he gets an A+ tonight, top to bottom. He did everything perfectly. Very, very happy that we finally found a piece of equipment that we can control him with. And I really, if you'd asked me, I would have said, nah, I don't think it's going to work. But it did. You can never tell. Sometimes a lot of this stuff is trial and error. And the trial went well tonight for Born to Dance. So great job by him. And then Mounds Forall, I just the way he qualified, the way he felt, I just never thought that I never felt anxious. Looking at the program, just stay out of trouble, and then it's pouring rain at this point. My mud all over my face, like my eyeballs are full of mud right now. I'm going to have a shower when I get home. I just figured I'd put him over to the front, and whatever he had to do, he'd do to win, and that's exactly what he did. So no surprises from Mounds Forall tonight. I was happy with him. He's due to head to Indiana either now or very, very soon. We can race him in the Iron Maiden series here, depending on how difficult it is. We'll see. But options. We have options for Mounds Forall for sure. So I am done for the evening. All done now. Just got home. I'm going to wash my muddy suit. We have 5 slated to qualify tomorrow. Now, are they going to qualify no matter what? No, of course not. If the track is terrible and the weather is terrible, which it could be, then we may just scratch them and defer till next week. I can't remember who's going tomorrow. I know there's some. I don't know if there's anybody that has to go tomorrow. If there is, they'll qualify. And if the track's bad and the weather's bad, then we'll just kick it down the road till next Thursday, as we have other horses slated to qualify also for next Thursday. So tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do. I'll wait and see what Mother Nature has in store for us tomorrow morning and what the track looks like, and then we'll go from there. Friday, we have video. We have a video session here for our 2-year-old, so you're not going to see a whole lot. They didn't train on Tuesday. It's going to be cold in the morning. And if I didn't promise you the video session, I wouldn't have brought it this week. I just don't think you're going to see a whole lot. We're going to go 2:30, 2:35, maybe even 2:40, depending on what the weather looks like on Friday morning also. I know it's going to be chilly, right around 0 degrees. Chilly on Friday morning. And then immediately we're going to head over to Ontario, and then we're going to drone on Saturday. Now, Princess Dream scraped her hind legs up a little bit. She's going to miss this week. A couple of horses missing this week in Ontario. I can't remember who the other one is, but a couple of horses missing this week in Ontario. You'll have 9 or 10 horses going, 8 or 9 horses going out the door on Saturday morning. But you should have full videos for Friday and full videos for Saturday. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Good luck to everybody racing the rest of the week. We have a number of interesting horses racing. Drebin makes his first start of the year tomorrow, so I'll be watching that intently. Still a ton of horses, ton of racing this week. It's been a decent week. We'll look to keep it going, get things going a little stronger at Oak Grove next week. We only got Paycheck Princess in Monday. I won't be attending, but someone will. And then Tuesday, I guess the draw is tomorrow. We'll see what gets in for Tuesday. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, all 3 minutes of it. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.